Hi guys, we are Wham. We're going to present something that's a bit less evil today. Maybe a bit evil, but yeah. So you're probably thinking, what does Wham stand for? We're not quite sure, but we have a couple of ideas up there. And the idea that we want to tackle is when you listen to a podcast, it's really annoying. You have to listen to podcasts that real people have talked about, real things. What if you want to hear your favorite people talk about something that you think of? Why wait for Lex Friedman to meet someone when you can make him meet someone? And so that's what we've done. We've built a platform that you can go onto on the web. You can pick anyone you really like, and given any topic, it will generate a podcast for you. So I think we should give it a spin now and take a look. So this is our front end. You can press new project. We've got a few characters already set up for you. We'll go for David Attenborough on the top row, and let's look at Elon as well. And so we'll get the king of science with the other king of science and see what happens. So we're going to figure out what they want to talk about. In fact, let's go to the judges. Who has an idea of what you might want them to speak about? Anything. Elon Musk, David Attenborough. What might they want to talk about?
Generative AI.
Generative AI. Okay, anything else? Do we have another on the front row?
Rockets versus polar bears.
Rockets versus polar bears, I like that. That's going to be a big debate. Yeah, and we'll press create. And whilst that goes, I'm going to hand over to Wet.
Okay, so do you want me back to the slides? Okay, so I'll talk briefly about our stack. I'm mainly a front-end guy, so I did none of the AI stuff, but I made it look pretty, so that's all that matters. So apparently we used 11 labs. I think that's for the speech recognition or speech generation, that's it. And we used Claude for just generating the text. And
so we're currently getting now, you see the scripts are starting to be generated.
There you go. So it is generating the text, the rise of AI, the future of space exploration. So you can have a conversation with anyone you like.
We can generate those chapters, but what we can also do is hit this button right here. If we hit the generate audio button right here, this will now take a second, and we were going to try and hook this up to AWS S3 buckets, but sadly we did not have time. So if I go over to my laptop over here, it's starting to generate some MP3 files. And once that gets done, we've got a little combined file here. And if I play that...
Everyone, today I have the pleasure of speaking with Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX.
Thank you, David. It's an honor to speak with you.
Elon, you and your companies are at the forefront of innovation. What do you envision for the future of transportation and space travel?
I believe fully automated electric vehicles will be the dominant form of transport on roads and highways. And I think space travel and space tourism will become more common as we make access to space much more affordable and frequent.
So in this demo we have just generated this intro segment because the whole thing would take too long for the demo.
Is there a section of polar bears versus rockets?
Check it out. Yeah, we've got climate change in the Arctic, it looks like. So we can read through what's going on there. It's looking like a really intense podcast here, talking about all sorts of stuff, trap methane. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. The good thing is we can add a new chapter, and if we want them to talk about something else, anyone got an idea?
Should we say polar bears on rockets?
Polar bears on rockets? I think the answer is yes. If you definitely ask Give In, they're going to say put all of them on there, but... Okay, well, potentially. We'll find out.
This might work. Who knows?
Basically, this was generated within one slide. So it did not work.
If I just tell you a second.
There we go. We couldn't make you either. If you put in the chapter ID.
I'd have to put the chapter ID up. Right. Which chapter is this?
Okay, we're going to count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good UX. If you want to see good UX, it's counting the index. So yeah, basically the implications of this are kind of far-reaching. You have obviously the educational benefits. If you imagine you could have schools that let anyone's favorite character, the children's favorite character, talk about things that the children need to know. And there's obviously the implications for people who make podcasts and being able to make podcasts about a lot more in significantly less time. So we're doing that final generation, I think.
Yeah, it's just happening down here.
And then we'll play that chapter for you and we'll go.
Sure, I mean, Matt basically touched on most of it, but the education aspect is huge. Kids don't really
From polar bears to other planets.
Coming off.
Habitat on Earth. Let's discuss that. What are your thoughts on this idea, Elon?
Well, it is certainly an extreme measure and should only be considered as an absolute last resort. Transporting and establishing polar bear populations on other worlds are enormous.
And establishing new habitats for them, even on suitable icy worlds, would require habitats and ecosystems to be built from scratch to support them, not to mention the immense logistical challenges.
Exactly. It may seem like an elegant solution on the surface, but when you get into the details, it rapidly becomes practically implausible and raises a huge number of ethical issues. The only realistic solution is to curb climate change and work to preserve polar bear habitats on Earth.
That seems to be the best thing Elon has said recently. I don't want to publish that online, I don't want to get banned from Twitter. So you've just been whammed. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll hopefully get everything up, the code and everything, in the next day or so. So thank you.